some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. And the Bears will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Arizona State's offense will go to work first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll leave it with him. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today. That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking for a man. It's Castro. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Arizona State. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Baylor Bears offense will have its first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Right on target this time. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got it.
Going for the big play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bears! The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, it's Castro. He's got his man.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. There he goes. He's at the and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single coverage, double coverage, triple coverage. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. This drive will open from the 15. Immediately fires to the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Bears want to crank the tempo.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. The Bears will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return. .42-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Makes the grab down the middle. Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Going to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Castro. Puts it out of the air. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Now the play fake. Buys a little time. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
From the gun, give on the inside. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. Got it inside the 15. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Bears will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Scanning the field, it's McCutcheon. Touchdown, Baylor! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to pass, it's McCutcheon. Right on the money. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Arizona came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact, this wasn't ever really in question. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen.
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He fires a bullet to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. The 20. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Wow, you just don't see that a lot. Pass interference negating a pick 6. What a costly penalty. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Castro. Quick strike complete. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got enough space. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Makes the grab. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First and 10 for the offense. Looking for a man. It's McCutcheon. Pulls it in. It's Hunter. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down. Clock's running. Corner's going to give them room. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Going for the big play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
Good timing on the quick out. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking to throw, it's Castro. Moves away as he feels pressure. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Bears moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's McCutcheon. Wide open downfield. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Unloads quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They'll run play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got an open man. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll run this play from the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got it on the right. Rams him with the stiff arm. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Castro. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got a chance. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They just keep firing. Hauls it in. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but you got to lower that football and give his receiver.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Bears headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. On the run, it's Hunter. Sweet cut there. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. Defense showing blitz here. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. it's Harris. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Bears have it with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Ricaccia. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bears! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So 1st down will open up the final period. Takes the easy completion. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Runs through the tackle. Past the first down marker and still running. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking downfield, it's Castro. Quick completion on the out. Breaks away on the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sun Devils. With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. All wideouts, no backs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Got a man. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Bears are in the hurry-up.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Bears are marching down the field. Gives it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Dropping back, it's McCutcheon. He's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they're after him. Extending the play. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires into the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Baylor! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they tacked on the extra point. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there with the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The give as they work on that clock. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sun Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Castro. He caught it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Oregon State put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Beavs had 0 issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. There he goes. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw again. He makes the grab. Great move. Now he's got room. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Wants to throw. It's McCutcheon. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious